Imagine a city so gripped by fear that families stayed awake all night with jazz bands blasting in their living rooms. Not because they wanted to celebrate, but because they believed music was the only thing keeping a bloodthirsty killer away from their door. Who was the Axeman of New Orleans, and why did he send a chilling letter claiming to be a demon from hell itself? Tonight, we unravel one of the most terrifying unsolved mysteries in American history. But by the end of this video, you'll hear a theory that could finally expose the man behind the axe, and decide for yourself whether the truth is even darker than the legend. 1918, New Orleans. A city alive with good people, good food, and culture suddenly finds itself under siege. Not from war or natural disaster, but from a phantom who slips silently into homes at night, leaving behind scenes of horror. His weapon of choice? An axe. His victims? Mostly Italian grocers and their families. His identity? A mystery that still haunts the city to this day. But here's the question that keeps historians, detectives, and true crime fans awake at night. Was the Axeman just a killer? Or was he something much more sinister? Stick with me until the end, because there's a theory involving revenge, organized crime, and a mysterious figure that might finally explain everything. It begins on May 22, 1918. Joseph and Catherine Maggio are brutally attacked in their home. Their throats are cut, their skulls smashed with an axe. The killer doesn't flee immediately. He takes time to change his blood-soaked clothes, leaving them behind as if mocking investigators. And just blocks away, a cryptic chalk message is scrawled on the sidewalk. Mrs. Maggio is going to sit up tonight just like Mrs. Tony. Just weeks later, another grocer, Louis Basumer, and his mistress, Harriet Lowe, are attacked in their sleep. They both survive, but Harriet begins to make bizarre accusations, first claiming Louis was a German spy, then insisting he was the Axeman himself. The police chase false leads, the newspapers sensationalize the chaos, and all the while, the killer remains free. By August, a pregnant woman named Mary Schneider is attacked. Days later, an elderly grocer named Joseph Romano is struck in the head with an axe. His nieces catch a glimpse of the fleeing figure, a dark, heavy-set man in a suit and slouched hat. The city of New Orleans falls into panic. Families barricade their doors. Neighbors whisper about the devil walking among them. But the terror was only escalating. March 1919. A letter arrives at the offices of the Times-Picayune. It is signed by the Axeman. The writer claims he is not a man, but a demon from hell. He mocks the police for their failures. And then comes the most chilling ultimatum. On Tuesday night at exactly 12:15, he will pass over New Orleans. Any house playing jazz music will be spared. Any home without it will face the axe. That night, the entire city comes alive with jazz. Dance halls overflow, homes are filled with music, and bands play until dawn. No one is killed. But the question lingers. Did the Axeman really write the letter? Or was it a twisted prank that the killer decided to play along with? The Axeman's pattern continues. Italian grocers, their wives, even children, all fall victim. Doors are chiseled open, axes stolen from the victims' own homes, skulls smashed, lives destroyed. The killer never steals much, if anything at all. It's violence for violence's sake. Years later, crime writers would put forth a name, Joseph Mumfre. Some claimed he was a mob enforcer, targeting Italian grocers for extortion. Others suggested he was simply a criminal who crossed paths with the wrong family. The story goes that in 1920, Mrs. Pepitone, widow of the Axeman's supposed last victim, tracked Mumfre down in Los Angeles and shot him dead. She allegedly told police he had confessed to murdering her husband. But here's where the mystery deepens. There are no solid records that prove Mumfre even existed. Some say he was in jail during several of the attacks. Others claim the entire revenge story is nothing more than an urban legend. So was Joseph Mumfre the Axeman, or just a convenient scapegoat for a mystery that was never solved? The last recognized strike comes in October 1919. Mike Pepitone, a grocer, is slaughtered in his home. His wife glimpses the killer as he flees into the night. After this, the murders stop. No arrest, no confession, just silence. Did the Axeman die? Did he move on to another city? Or did he blend back into the very community he once terrorized, walking among his neighbors, his crimes forgotten by all but those who lost loved ones? To this day, the Axeman of New Orleans remains one of the most chilling figures in true crime history. His legend is tied not just to the brutality of his crimes, but to the eerie letter that turned an entire city into a jazz festival of fear. And yet, the truth may never be known. Was he a sadistic serial killer, a mob hitman, or, as he claimed, a demon from the darkest pits of hell? The only thing certain is this: when the Axeman said he would never be caught, he was right. So what do you think? Was Joseph Mumfree the real Axeman, or was he a ghost story invented to make sense of the chaos? Could the killer have been someone else entirely, someone who slipped away unnoticed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this mystery is one that may never truly rest. And if you enjoy stories that blend history, horror, and the unexplained, make sure to subscribe, because more chilling tales are on the way. And if you hit the like button, Axeman will not come to your door.